We are live!
Good
Welcome to
day.
Gumjo News. I am literally trying to pull up the live chat because I just realised I don't actually have it on my phone, and we are really excited to have
But
you.
I am a polite Victorian gentleman. Except I'm
Yes.
throwing the hat to the other side of the room and stop talking this stupid voice because it's a stupid voice.
um. So we are now live. I'm just pulling up the live chat. There we go. Live chat. Why is slow mode on? If you're wondering why slow mode on, it's because people abuse the live chat. So we put slow mode on. So that means people don't like spam the chat. If you want us to turn slow mode off, should we?
We'll give him a chance.
Okay, we'll give you a chance. Now I just need to figure out which one of these is.
I've just realised I am entirely silhouetted by my light.
Um,
I like that look actually.
I will allow you to. I will turn. Okay, so what echo are we getting? What echo are we getting?
That could be my phone. Give me a second to switch around some cables. People could well be
Okay,
hearing
guys,
echoes.
slow mode is now off. Right, there we go. Okay, right then. 7 concurrent viewers, we have gone up right then. So yeah, okay, so the first things, should we start off with social media
Has the
or...
audio quality improved somewhat?
Okay, you're overshooting, by the way. It's...
I am.
Okay, now
What do
you're
you mean
fine.
overshooting? Yeah, sorry. I was talking quite loud,
Yeah,
but
okay.
like this, it should be fine.
Okay, okay, so the first thing is... Okay, so we'll start off with social media, or should we roll the intro?
We'll roll the intro.
Okay, right then. Here we go.
The intro's rolling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely
Yeah,
rolling.
quite delay. Oh, I can see it appearing now.
Okay, and we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
And today's stories, as you can judge by the title, include ARM and something to do with Universal Windows Platform.
Yes.
And you know what I don't quite know. I'll let the actual genius explain it.
Yes. So let us start off, but first, call of business. We need to talk about our social media. Because
Yes,
we recently put in a bunch of social media for you guys.
We recently set up a Gumjo official Twitter. We have Gumjo Pub, our
Give me a sec
cleverly
whilst I
named
switch to
public
it.
Discord server. And have we got a link to post in chat?
First of all, go and
now.
follow at official Gumjo. I'm going to literally go and pop this into the chat as we speak. See if you can click on it. It should come up. You may notice when you click on it, there's a percent blah de blah de blah next to it. Percent EFBBBF. You're gonna have to get rid of that. It seems to be something that just YouTube includes for no reason. But yeah, at official Gumjo. I'm also now gonna go and very quickly post our
I can't post the Discord link because I'm still not able to post links.
Okay. So, I'm going to now also post the instant invite for you guys. So, invite.
Use my one. That's
yeah, I know, I'm gonna use yours.
And https://discord.gg/ag. Oh wait, no.
It doesn't appear to have come up with its... It's not coming up with it for some reason.
Yeah, you're in streamer mode. That's why.
Oh.
I will send you the link.
Yes, you post it in the live. Oh, you can't post it. Yeah. Okay, right then. So yeah, there's that.
Send it to you. There you go.
No. You may have just something.
Link or something.
Yeah, okay. I will do that right now. Okay, right, the link's gonna be put up now. So remember to go and also use this link. You may, as I said, you'll probably get the thing on the end again. So bear that in mind. Okay.
You'll
no one's chatting in the GJN. Pardon?
You have to manually copy it. Let's get right into the news, shall we?
James, you're frozen.
Are you sure?
Yep, you're not moving.
Oh, for crying out loud. Probably because my hair doesn't look good enough. I don't know
Let's
if that
see.
looks any better.
No, as in your
Okay.
video is just frozen.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. I'm trying to fix it. Get on talking about the news. I will
Okay,
sort
yeah.
this out momentarily.
I just need to verify. I just realised. You know how we called the thing armed UWP?
Yes.
Yes. In our stories list, we forgot to include that story.
Technical difficulties, people.
Yes. Armed UWP. Right then, so I need to quickly find a site for that. Armed. I'm on UWP. It should technically be the other way around. Okay, here we go. I've got the citation very quickly, and we now have a citation. Right then. Let me switch this. Okay, so developers can now submit UWP apps that target Windows 10 on ARM devices. Original article from on MSFT, but it has referenced a blog post here. So by the looks of things, submission that target. Okay, so by the looks of things, you can target Surface Hub. You can now target Surface Hub if you include an ARM package in your submission. So yeah, now you can do it on Windows 10s and a Snapdragon processor, so always connected Windows PCs, which we saw a lot of at CES. Also, remember to share the stream, guys. That we want as many people as possible. The example above shows that these three packages that target. So yeah, 64. So yeah, we now have Windows 10 UWP apps on ARM.
I'll be back momentarily. I've got to help with internet issues. See you shortly.
See you shortly as well. Yep. Yes, we know you like it. So I'll keep talking to you. So what do you want me to talk about? Post it in the live chat or the GJN stream, and I will wait for you. And also remember to share the stream, guys. And as many people watching this as possible. So yeah, what? We don't exactly have James here anymore. So, yeah. Hello. So, this is getting weird. Talk about YouTube. Okay, so do you want me to talk about the YouTube changes that recently happened? We talked about that last week, but we did say that I think it's probably going to be... Talk about YouTube. Ooh, let's talk about the recent community things that came out. I really like the new community posts feature that has come out in the last few... recently, it started appearing on my watch feed. It's probably started appearing on your watch feeds. But essentially what it allows you to do is... It's going to allow you to make posts. It allows us to poll the community, share pictures. It's basically social media for YouTube. Whether or not YouTube is designed for social media is an entirely different thing, but I think but I think this will be good. Thank you, by the way, Chelsea Gaming Starvo 7. So there's that. Although the fact it's by the looks of things, it's only for 10,000 subscribers and above, which I think is obviously upsetting for us. But with the way YouTube's going, this doesn't really come as a surprise to me. So yeah, so yeah, it doesn't really come as a surprise that... Oh, thank you 10 people who are watching. We really appreciate the fact that you're watching because we want as many people to watch as possible. So that means we can entertain as many of you as possible. Who are... Okay, sorry, it's just really hard to read the small text on here. I know that's a really bad excuse, but you know. 11 people. Thank you, 11 people, for choosing to watch. So yeah, there's that. Whilst we are here, I would like to announce that... Okay, first of all, I'm overshooting here.
First
James,
of all, I'm back.
Yes! Thank you for stating the obvious. We are going to announce... So, in order to better align with what Gumjo's going with, we're looking at doing a rebrand of Gumjo. But we're struggling to figure out what rebrand are we going to do it to. So... If you're on Gumjo News, or if you're on the live stream, suggest a new brand name. It's got to start with G. Otherwise, we have to re-render everything, and that take forever. It's gonna start with G.
Does it have to start with G? That's kind of limiting.
Preferably. If you think it's got
If
something
you can
really
think of
visual.
a good name beginning with G, or that has G as a significant letter in the name, such as the start of a word, then that would be great.
Yes.
It's sort of like we're after that, but it's not crucial. It's just sort of necessary.
So please
if that
start
makes
suggesting. You have for the next few stories to talk about, to suggest your stuff, and then we are going to hold a straw poll as to what we are going to have.
And if you wish to, there is now in the Discord server a suggestions channel.
Yes, please suggest there. Too bad I can't have two instances of Discord running.
We should really become a Discord partner. That'd make life so much easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would. How do you become a Discord partner?
Long story. I'll explain it later.
Okay. Where did you put the suggestions channel?
It's just right at the top of the server.
Oh, okay.
It's not even in the category. It's just
Please,
at the top of the server.
guys, join the Discord server. You have the link, and make sure to stick your stuff in suggestions. When we reach a certain point, so like halfway through the stream, by the looks of things, we will be doing it. Please suggest. We haven't got any suggestions from you. Please make sure you suggest, and then we're gonna hold a store. And also remember to share. Which reminds me, I should really share that place. So next up. So what do you think of this? Developers can now submit UWP apps that target Windows 10 on ARM devices. I think it's really gonna start to push forward.
It's a major step forward. The sooner we kind of combat the duopoly of desktop processors, the better.
I think it's great because this is what's gonna start bringing the apps to UWP, and as I said, when there's apps, people are gonna go and get the platform. And then it's gonna be Windows 10 on ARM. It's a brilliant idea.
Yes and no. Windows 10 itself being on ARM is a good idea, but it's like Apple in their App Store. That's what UWP is going to become. Because, unfortunately, Windows Phone was killed off by, first of all, it being a bit rubbish, and secondly, Google not putting any of their stuff on it. But also, the Windows Store and the UWP platform as a whole seems a lot like Apple's App Store way of doing things, where OS X, there are one or two useful things on the store, and then you remove it from your dock and you never look at it again. At least that's the current stance on things. I think UWP is very restricted at the moment. It's at a point where it's too restricted for most developers to want to jump on it. If, say, it was a bit more flexible and you had the option of at least gaining access to a more, I don't want to describe it as open because Windows as a whole is not very open, but
this isn't Linux, unfortunately.
Yeah, but the current way desktop applications can link together and do stuff and request stuff from other apps
should be allowed.
It kind of helps a lot, and the way that desktop apps can modify what's needed. If that were to happen with UWP, however, it would have to be made a bit more clear to the end user what the app is requesting to do, and it would have to go through the system itself, a bit like UAC, preferably not as annoying, without necessarily an option to turn it off unless some command line edits or something.
Yeah, which is always going to be an option for everything because everything's in the registry.
Well, you say that. I've had recent issues with a Windows 10 Home laptop that is still downloading stuff from the store without my permission, despite 10 or so registry and settings and group policy edits. So you say everything can be tweaked in the registry, it kind of can't.
Yeah. My opinion on this is sort of, I'm gonna say, I have to agree with you actually there. UWP apps aren't the most flexible, although then if there's got to have some sort of flexibility in them, because with 32 apps, for example, they have access to the same functionality when you're packing them up. Then again, they've probably got a completely... because this is UWP apps, it probably implied that you can't just package a Win32 app as a UWP app and then
the thing about Win32 is it kind of gives it away in the name. It's kind of more... It's x86, Win32. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Although you have to then ask yourself, because what you have to remember is that ARM is great at doing. I think ARM is great at doing. So how is it again? x86 is great at doing one thing really well, and then is it ARM is great at doing lots of things but not as well?
No, it's the other
No,
way
it's
around.
the other way around. Yeah, that makes sense.
x86 can be programmed to do a vast array of things, whereas ARM uses RISC, which is reduced instruction set computing. I've no idea how I've remembered that, but I have.
Okay.
Meaning that most of it, there are. Wait, no. I think. I'm trying to think which way it is, but basically, ARM is a lot. Doesn't have instruction sets used in the same sort of way as Windows does. No, Intel, I mean, and x86 and that stuff. Meaning that, first of all, it doesn't use as much power because it hasn't got to do as much stuff itself. But it requires a lot more effort on the programmer's part to get ARM to do something that x86 can do sort of natively.
So I guess that could be actually one reason why it might be stopping it from interfacing with all the different cross-checking, because what you risk doing is if you have everything interfaced with everything, you risk having a lot of calculations running through something primarily designed not to run a lot of calculations.
I suppose, but see, I'm going to call it a classic Windows application because that's probably the more accurate name of it. But that can say you've got Microsoft Word installed and you've got a mail application installed like Outlook or Thunderbird. Word can either directly send its file to Thunderbird or Outlook or whatever, or Word can save the file to somewhere on the computer, basically anywhere, and then using your mail application, you can find the file and attach it to your email and just send it to a person who can then download it, put it anywhere, use it with Word, use it with OpenOffice, use it with LibreOffice, use it with whatever is compatible with whatever you sent them, and there's no locking down sort of like things on Android have their own folders and they're segregated and things have to ask for permission to access your files, and while that's good in the way that it protects the user in most ways, it's very restrictive on what apps can do, and UWP is incredibly restrictive, and there's many things that are locked away from it, which just kind of, if you want people to adopt your app store, you need it to be a bit more flexible and powerful, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think as well, but there's probably already some sort of interface to do it. Because of the sharing interface where you can go into Word, where you can go from File Explorer, hit share, and it opens it up in Mail. But do you think we need to move on now?
But that is quite inflexible. Yes, we should move on in a moment. But having sort of, if the file system is accessible by everything, and your documents and stuff are not stored with the programs themselves, and everything's separated. That way, all a program has to do is require the initial permission from the user to be able to access files, which most things will ask for probably. And then with that, it can do anything that's needed by the program.
Right then. Moving on to the next story then. Remember to share this and also suggest your rebranding. What's in the suggestions channel actually at this very moment? Remember, suggest
Nothing.
What you think we should
Nothing
rebrand
is
it
in the
to.
suggestions
Nothing. Nothing.
No,
Please
nothing.
suggest, please share. It's going to help us, it's going to help you, and we're going to be able to entertain more people. Right then, so moving swiftly on to the next story. After we spent about half an hour on the first one. Elon Musk's Flamethrower. So this got published earlier, since they renamed it to not a flamethrower, because apparently some customs agencies saying they won't allow a shipment of anything called a flamethrower. I want to make it pretty clear, this is not a flamethrower, this is a blowtorch. Because an actual flamethrower shoots petroleum and then sets that on fire.
Ignites it and
Really
basically causes
deadly.
chaos, mayhem, and discord wherever it goes.
Discord.
Not good
yes.
for health.
And not
Yes,
good for
if you
Elon
don't know what that
Musk.
means, look up the meaning of discord. It's
Elon Musk. The thing is, it's so weird that we have an entrepreneur who can do. This was done as a joke, and he made $4 million. Or something along those sorts of lines. He made a whole lot of money off of this.
it's just renaming it not a flamethrower. Yeah, because they'll definitely let that through.
Here, definitely not a flamethrower. It's like trying to submit something called definitely not an illegal drug.
Yeah. Or we're definitely not experiencing technical difficulties.
Well, we are. Which we have done in the
Exactly.
past. As you know. Move on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As well.
okay.
There's
So
not much to say on that.
this one's quite exciting, if I've got the correct one. Or frightening even. Amazon wins a pair of patents for wireless wristbands that can that track warehouse workers. Should I start on this one, or do you want to?
Well, firstly, assuming that it's only required when someone is actually in the warehouse, I don't see anything wrong with it. It would be incredibly useful in
Yeah,
many ways.
although it seems like the sort of Big Brother is watching your employment in the sense of we are watching you at every time.
Yeah, but there's CCTV. We've had CCTV
for
decades,
years, and we haven't
no
exactly.
one has batted an eyeyelid.
Yeah,
And
so
that's constant surveillance.
that is constant surveillance, closed circuit television. I think with, although my opinion, let me think about this. I mean, you have to ask yourself, what further uses could this have? What happens if an Amazon employee forgets to take off their wristband, for example? It's similar to how in Amazon Go, if they're tracking your movements throughout the store, then what can they do with that data? They can... In fact, with this, you could, in theory...
with the
they
data
can analyse employee
move...
patterns. They can see when
and
employees
using
are fatigued.
They can better optimise where items are stored in the warehouse. Because already, Amazon warehouses, every aisle has a variety of items. And so going down an aisle, you could pick up a laptop and then pick up a box of fruit, for example, on the same aisle a few meters apart.
Whoa.
And that way, the employee working in the warehouse has picked up most of the items from going down one aisle, but he'd box them up and ship them out using Amazon Prime, which people pay monthly for. I don't know.
I think as well, please share this. We don't just want 6, we want to interview other people. I think though as well, though, with that, I think probably then what they probably do in the warehouse already is I would assume they would take the most popular items or something and use it almost as a cache and have them as close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the less popular an item is, the further you'd have to go for it.
Yeah.
Or the less likely it even is to be in the warehouse itself.
Yes. Move on? Or should we continue? Yeah, okay, move on. Next story.
Moving swiftly on.
Apple still aims to allow iPad apps to run on Macs this year. We're finally getting the continuum we want. The sort of, this is what...
probably better than Microsoft's attempt.
Yeah, Microsoft did an attempt, but they couldn't make it popular. This is what will make it popular. This could be the big feature at WWDC next year. Ooh, someone's just suggested actually they can optimize heart rate, etc. Analyze heart rate for the Amazon things, but moving on. Apple still aims to allow
interesting
iPad.
Idea.
Yes.
Okay. iPad apps on Mac. Given that I'm pretty sure the iOS is based on ARM, it should be rather easy to do. You just have to emulate iOS, and
iOS is based on Mac OS anyways.
Yeah, it's the same. It's probably the same. The thing is, iPad apps are built for ARM, basically, in essence.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It is Windows. You said Windows on ARM, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
It's that, but the other way round.
yeah, it's running on Win32. Well,
It's
not Win32, but like on AMD 64 is the correct architecture name for it.
yeah.
And basically all it's doing is they're running the same code, and in theory, given Apple's admittedly incredible multi-touch trackpads,
Yeah.
you could even emulate multi-touch touchscreens.
Yeah, you could actually do that. Although
Have a quite native feeling interface.
Although I would be willing to bet that they would probably have some sort of if on Mac show this sort of API, because have you ever tried using iPhone apps on the computer?
iPad apps, they're only going to run on Mac OS.
Yeah.
And as such, they can know that a large portion of those people are going to be using a MacBook, and that's going to have an Apple touchpad.
Yeah.
Another sizable amount will have gotten a Magic touchpad with their desktop Mac.
Yeah.
And
I'm just thinking
with
about how
that audience, there is probably a way to emulate a touchscreen using the touchpad.
I wonder how long
the
until
rest
this.
of the audience will just have to click on a mouse, and won't be as good.
Okay. Yeah. I guess as well. I wonder how long is it until they probably start offering the Apple Pencil with the actual touchpad. That is, you can almost draw with it. I mean, like those drawing pads you get.
That won't take off. Trust me.
Yeah, people prefer to use iPads, I would hazard a guess.
Well, Wacom already make drawing tablets for Mac. So they'd be Apple. All they'd be doing would be letting you draw on your touchpad, which just doesn't achieve anything. Really.
Yeah, someone suggested Dougal1422. The Mac is going to turn to an iPad with a keyboard like what is happening with the Surface. What do you think about that? Remember to keep suggesting
the Surface is running full Windows. That's the main difference. And Apple have already said that they do not want a touchscreen Mac.
So
and the iPad Pro is already a MacBook running iOS
without the desktop apps.
From what I can tell, it's mediocre at best.
Yeah, that's the reason why I say
I've used an iPad Pro, and I don't like it, to be honest.
The only reason why I would probably buy an iPad Pro is to replace my broken iPad, which, well, broke, as you would expect. So yeah. Look at what Mac Maniac has put on the chat in GJN.
I will analyze.
I'm not laughing at Christianity here. Gathered tech tips. Gathered tech.
But iPad apps running on Mac makes sense. Apple have the control over the environment, the walled garden.
Yeah, so it gives them a lot more flexibility to do stuff inside because they control it.
Yeah.
Just not so much flexibility to expand, in other words, without having to knock down a wall.
But Apple are never going to release a Mac with a touchscreen. They may release an iPad with. I mean, iOS for iPad now has more of a dock and a more Mac OS like feel, but it's still not Mac OS.
Yeah. Consider, I just had a look. It actually says that Dougal1422, he's actually Luke from the Big Gumjo Quiz. Do you want to invite him onto our stream?
Well, he said he was watching from the M25, so
yeah,
I doubt it's
sorry,
going to necessarily be available.
Okay.
And I can't find him, so
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, remember to share this, by the way, with as many people possible. Anyways, so we've got one more story. Get as many submissions as you can. After this story, we are going to proceed on, and we are going to open polling to suggesting what you think should be what you suggest should be our next.
Still things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
What you think
Other
should
things return
be
to normal.
what you think should be
my
the
camera's
branding.
turned off.
So make sure to vote. So Ford AI car. So Ford has just got a patent to Ford patents driverless police car that ambushes lawmakers using AI. So basically, the idea is you would just have a police car coming along, no police needed, and it would get your parking tickets without having to pull them over or anything. Which angle do we want to take this from? The jobs angle or the which angle are we taking this from? The jobs angle, the technology angle? Okay, so do you want to talk about the tech angle?
Well, it's an interesting idea. It's probably going to be using the same sort of stuff as the same stuff as other driverless cars. On that note, if you know anything about driverless cars, then you probably know most of, at least how the driving part of it works. Let me just open up the article for me.
I'm going to take this from the jobs. There are a lot of policemen. And if everything gets replaced by driverless police cars, how are we going to ensure... Okay, besides from cameras maybe, which is an obvious solution, how are we going to ensure that the right people... How are we going to ensure the right people... Are we going to ensure that the right things happen? How are we going to ensure that someone isn't mistakenly issued with something? How are we going to add tolerance? Because these police cars, if they're driving around, they're probably going to have tolerances around... They're probably going to be exact, and a lot of the times when we're on the road, we're driving at 80 miles per hour, we're actually at 70. So you've got to think about...
In England, technically, the 70 limit on motorways isn't a strict limit, and you are legally allowed a few miles per hour above the limit.
Yeah, but how much is a few? You can't write that in a legal document.
Well, I guess it would have to be... There'd be a lot of variables to take into account, I guess. A lot of context or something.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can't exactly fine someone for speeding at 80 miles per hour just because they were late for their job. Okay. Emergencies and that. Oh yeah, emergencies. What do you mean by emergencies, Bonzi buddy? And how about compassion? So, this police car, if it pulls you over, which it won't do, you can't exactly talk. You could have, in theory, an online screen which allows you to talk with the operator, but then if the point is to get rid of people, then what's the point of just having an operator of it? In which case, you might as well send an actual police person.
I'll be honest, part of this does just sound like patenting for the sake of patenting. Patenting for the sake of patenting.
Should we move on then?
Nice, yeah.
Check the suggestions box, guys. You have 10 seconds. You have, from when I say this, to get as many suggestions. Let's go on to
another story first and give people a little bit more time.
Yeah, I'm just going to very quickly check the stats for our watch time. Gosh, it's really stagnated. There's no clear trend. Please share this with as many people as possible. I'm gonna go and check on the Discord quickly. Whilst we're doing that, let's talk about fitness app Strava lights up staff military bases. Gum Tech. Okay, I'm gonna add Gum Tech. Should we add Gum Tech? Because I don't really like the name. To ask.
I don't, but that depends on what the people. This is a democracy. Those with the loudest voices are the ones who are heard.
Yeah, okay. I don't really want to name it to Gum Tech. It doesn't put a nice vibe in my head when I hear that name.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not having Gum Tech.
It'll be like the Boatface fiasco, won't it?
Yeah, we're not having that, so Gum Tech's gone.
Although I'm thinking Techie Muck Tech Face.
Techie Muck Tech Face. No, I want to do this seriously.
Even if we don't go with it and we go for the second most popular one, just add it for the sake of it.
Techie Tech Face. Techie Muck Tech Face. Okay.
Nice. Remove it from the official poll. I've just put it in the suggestions channel. Techie Muck Tech Face.
Techie Muck Tech Face. Okay. I just got someone just mentioned me. Oh, that's just a friend request. You know the guy I banned, my first banning on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he wants to be unbanned? Should we allow him?
I don't know.
No. Let's not. Right then. So anyways, okay, so polling is gonna open. Let me just verify. In 3, 2. Oh, green tech. Okay, green tech. Last minute suggestion. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, so look. 3, 2, 1. Poll created. And if I'm gonna DM you the link very quickly. Just pop that in the live chat or something. Suggestions are now
I'll put it on the
closed.
Discord server.
Suggestions are now closed. Stick it on the Discord server and make sure to pop it on the live chat. You're gonna have to copy the link down like the usual. So yeah. Stick it. Call 0118. No. Look at the ID.
999 881999 9119725 3.
Anyways, onward.
Those of you who know the origin of that,
Yeah, and so I do.
You will win 2 internet cookies.
Yes.
One that is tracking what websites you've visited, and one which is tracking what you're looking at right now on my website. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke, but you know.
Yes. Go vote. I'm going to very quickly switch this to F8. I'm gonna vote for. Okay, I'm gonna vote for Gumjo Tech News. I'm going for G Tech, even though it sounds like something that.
What would GC Tech be? What would the C in that be?
Gumjo Comedy Tech. I think Gather Tech actually sounds nice, so I'm gonna vote for that.
You know what? I think we shouldn't vote for in it. Oh, you've already voted.
Yeah, I voted too late. Okay, so it's fairly split for some reason. I'm gonna copy this to the WhatsApp channel. In my.
Oh, everyone's voting for something different.
God damn you, voters! We can't decide if you all vote for something different.
This is gonna be like the 2017 election.
Yes, we can't have that.
The Labour and the Conservatives are goddamn close, weren't they?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, all 3 people so far has voted for something different. For some reason, I do not appear to have the correct address.
Right, let's move on while the voting
Yeah, let's
is
move
occurring
on.
then.
Okay, right then.
So we've done the Ford, and...
Okay, fitness app Strava lights up staff military bases. Quite the security issue, isn't it?
Yes.
But why were they even publishing the heat map in the first place?
I think it was a leak. If they wouldn't intend to publish something like that, that would
Maybe
be
they didn't realise. That's another option.
I don't know.
What? Some giant just called me, and I somehow answered his call. By mistake, and I just got why could you why do you want them, which is a greeting, and glory to God, God is glorious. So yeah. Anyway, I think this is a major security issue. I mean, it was released by Strava in November last year. They are physically. They are physically. They're I don't know why. Yeah. Where was I going for? They're basically releasing classified data. They probably didn't realise. I mean, who's going to check over the heat map to check that there's nothing wrong in it? Hello?
Nothing wrong with what?
No, who's going to check through the heat map because it was published by them themselves, not a leak?
Perhaps it's just they published a massive area and they just overlooked it completely.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. I mean, that way you don't have to hire someone. Please share this. Where's the link? Good point. Here is the link.
Good Tech News has got a whopping 2 votes.
Good Tech News. Okay, Good Tech News it might be. I personally like... Did I? Yeah, I voted... No, I voted Gathered Tech. For some reason my vote didn't get counted.
Perhaps I should... I don't know. It's either gonna be GC or Gathered Tech for me. It's hard. Very hard choice.
Good Tech News though sounds like a relatively weak name in sort of thing. Good Tech News.
Yeah.
It'll probably be GC Tech by the looks of things. Please vote. As I said, we want as many people as possible to vote in this. I'll keep this poll open for the next week and I'll pop it on my Instagram and my Twitter. That means you guys can continue voting. Anyways, after this fitness app store and the entire controversy, Nintendo Mario Kart Tour for smartphones. This is the time where you want to share it. Stop calling me Ever404. Yeah, guys, in the live stream, and now I realise I'm chatting too loud, you're gonna have to remove right after you click on the streaming link. When you click on the streaming link, it'll come up with percent. Remove the percent to be remove from end of URL. I don't know why, but it just puts that in for like no reason. So yeah. Anyways, Nintendo announces Mario Kart Tour for smartphones.
It's been an interesting. Well, they started in the mobile market with, is my thing frozen? I think my video's frozen.
But yes,
on
yes
a very
it is.
awkward phrase.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Better fix it. Discord, work, please. Oh dear. Discord, don't be broken. I'll rejoin the call. Give me a sec.
Okay. Whilst we're here, let's talk. Okay. So give me something to talk about, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, and you're back for some reason.
Yeah, I joined back very quickly. Right. Starting about a year and a third ago-ish with give me a second to Pokemon Go. That's it. The thing that everyone was crazy about for 2 months.
Yes.
And then forgot about.
But that was Niantic. It wasn't Niantic, but that wasn't Nintendo.
That was
yes,
Niantic.
it was. Yeah, Niantic.
But it was still technically Pokemon, which I'm pretty sure is owned by Nintendo, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
Then they had that other Mario game.
Mario Kart
Run. No, just Mario Run. It wasn't Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Run.
And now they've got Mario Kart. So it's been a very interesting sort of 18 months with Nintendo because traditionally and historically they've been very sort of closed in and only doing stuff on their own platforms. And it's quite strange to see them putting so many things on phones and such. Anyone would think they were struggling in the console market, perhaps.
Which they're not.
Are you sure about that? I think.
Are they? Switch is selling.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
But as the Switch may be selling well, but at the same time, I think the Switch selling well isn't the same as the Switch selling really well. If you remember, the
Wii level.
The Wii was claimed to be practically printing money. The Switch, on the other hand, I don't think is printing as much money.
Well, if it was printing money, I think the economy would have crashed right now. Big economy crashes. Oh, there's just been a financial crash. Like, don't be the
Metaphorically
financial. Yeah, I know.
The Wii U was cheap to produce, and it captured the casual gaming audience, which is what Nintendo have failed to do since the Wii U was confusing.
And the
But
Switch streaming.
good to be back.
Not streaming.
Well, this was awkward.
Thank God. Okay.
Didn't
Now I
go
just
as
need to
planned.
turn off our. Yeah, that was unexpected. Right then. Let's just now start. Inform the Discord chat that we are now back. What? Guys, we are now back. Please rejoin. We're gonna wait for the viewer count to pick up again. It probably won't reach what it was before, you know.
It won't reach our grand 10 viewers.
Yeah. But, you know. It's better than nothing. We are very sorry for what just happened.
What story were we up to?
Do you think it's time we just wrapped it up?
I'll just look at what we've still got to cover.
We've got Microsoft Office 2019.
I think, bring up Office 2019, I think. And
Okay.
we'll call it a day, so to speak.
Yeah, remember to keep voting in our poll. If you remember, it's on the Discord. It's basically lost all of our viewers. Microsoft. So Microsoft Office 2019 will only work with Windows 10. Will only work with Windows 10.
It won't work unless they offer a free upgrade to existing Office 365 customers. People are going to just get angry, and they'll just stick with Office 2016 despite the lack of support for it.
But surely a lot of Windows 7. Yeah, this is gonna greatly hinder businesses, etc.
On Windows,
that will be cut off.
If anyone's still on Windows 7 or 8 or heck Vista, which wait no, Office doesn't support Vista anymore. But if anyone is still on 7 or 8 or 8.1, I think they are more likely to just stay with a version of Office that works on their computer than upgrade.
Yeah, although admittedly everyone is now starting to move to Windows 10 with the upcoming support ends actually for Windows 7. It should actually end in 2019 or 2020, I'm pretty sure.
It's mid-2020 that Windows 7 support officially.
And we'll have the entire Windows XP debacle again. I mean, some places still use XP.
The NHS were using XP up until quite scarily recently.
I'm pretty sure I saw a Jessop's computer the other day, last month. No, just at the end of last year. And they were still using XP. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not as amazing as there's a shop down near where my nan lives that actually is using Windows Millennium Edition for their displays. Yes, you heard that correctly. Windows ME. The
last time I used Windows ME was when I was in reception. No, that was Windows Professional Edition. Windows ME I used probably up until 2 years ago now, or 1 year ago. My grandma's computer eventually decided to pack it in.
I never touched a computer running Millennium Edition. My dad got XP the moment it came out, and I think he only ever used Millennium Edition once on one computer. And he mostly used, I believe, a potentially cracked version of Windows 2000.
You have just exposed him. Now he will go and get arrested.
I'm not saying it was. I'm saying it might have been. I'm only speaking anecdotal evidence from memory. But either a friend of his had a license for it that he let him use, or it may have potentially been a cracked Windows 2000. But with Millennium Edition being such a terrible OS, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people knows 2000.
Yeah.
And then he got XP quite soon.
Yes. Our live stream started to pick back up pace. Should we proceed on to the next story? Remember to share this, please. James, if you want to pop the straw poll linking back into the chats. Please remember to vote for our rebranding. Whilst you're actually doing that, I'm going to tweet it. Vote. What do you think?
Oh, I just advanced to level 2. God, do we have to have this leveling up thing on the Discord server?
Yes, that's
Really?
our automated promotion system.
Do we have to have the announcements then saying, well done, so and so, you just advanced to level 2. Nobody cares.
Well, the only time I think of which you should probably have announcements is if they gain a promotion or something.
Yeah, we'll sort that out later.
Yeah.
For now, I'm doing filler while you're finding something for us to talk about, right?
No, I've got a few things to talk about. But filler whilst I compose this new tweet. What do you think should be the rebrand? Oh yeah, our filler was gonna be the Apple HomePod thing. To talk about that.
Apple HomePod. Basically only streams Apple Music. Is incredibly expensive. They're gonna try and get you to buy 2 of them or more for true stereo because of course it's only a mono speaker. It has some fancy feature where it analyzes your room and adjusts the audio accordingly, which is quite scary. Who knows what Apple will do with the layout of your house? It'll be the Roomba thing all over again. And last but not least, I would not be surprised if, give them less than 6 months, they discontinue it because it has been such a failure. Because I reckon they've probably had a few hundred pre-orders, and that's about it. Because it's really a rubbish device.
My question is actually, going off of that,
is my opinion
is
on
Microsoft going to catch on to the home speaker thing? Because it looks like it's going to be another market Microsoft had the opportunity to enter, but didn't. And it'll be Windows Phone all over again.
I think, well, given that Microsoft do have a presence in the home of the Xbox anyway, I think using a smart speaker that can link to your Xbox will not only boost Xbox sales, but it will boost usage of Cortana, potentially.
Yes. Provided Bing, we still
you
have the Bing problem. Bing.
you can do stuff other than Spotify, which they have a partnership with, so it seems unlikely. But if they have something that can stream music from almost any platform, an elegant-looking device, and good speech recognition, then they could succeed in that market.
And hopefully we should be able to set the search engine as Google. Because we're Google Home Speaker.
If they default it to Bing, no one will buy it. And if they force you into using Microsoft services that are inferior to Google's,
no one.
Which most of them are in some way or another, it won't sell.
But then surely you have to ask, if they let you use Google services, why not just buy a Google Home?
Because the Microsoft one has other features, such as the ability to link to an Xbox, for example. That
Okay, how about... What was I going to say now? But how about skills? Because skills is such a massive part of home speaker systems. These systems, even. It's hard to get on.
Smart home appliances, Hue lighting. Again, the Xbox already has a presence in many homes. While it's not been as strong as the 360, selling only 40-odd million, that's a large user base anyway, and selling a smart speaker that links with your Xbox would be a brilliant way to drive up sales of both.
Viewer counts mainly up 5. Should we wrap this thing up?
I suppose so. It's been a pleasure to be speaking to you, assuming anyone actually cares what I think of you. If you don't, then whatever.
Okay,
but,
remember to follow our Twitter, follow our Instagram, and also join our Discord and vote, most importantly, in the rebrand poll. Thank you for watching, and...
You've been a brilliantly quiet audience. And we'll see you next week.
On Gonjo News. Well, one of the weeks, by the way, we're not going to be able to have because it's my birthday. So, we should hopefully see you next week.
We will be vlogging something. Expect a video at some point on it. We're not going to give a date on that video, but we'll do something on it. So remember, same bat channel, same bat time next week on the Gumjo
News. Gumjo Live. And we are out.
Is audio still broadcasting?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
So yeah,
There
remember
we
to
go.
come back next week for more Gumjo liveness.